We're live. We're live. This is Scary Thoughts with Scary Jerry and my co-host
Tama, aka Tom Nivuk.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Everyone is wondering what the fuck your name means.
So, Tom Nivuk, the full name is Dark Wolf in Croatian. I fucking love wolves. I've loved them ever since I was little. So, I just wanted to do something with it, but, why not a different language?
Why the fuck did you choose Croatian?
I don't hear too much publicity about Croatia, so shout out Croatia.
Is that seriously, like, that's it? It's just
I seriously scrolled through Google Translate with wolf and darkness. Those are the two words, and honestly, Croatian just sounded the best.
Fair. That's fair.
I also have a saying that I have on my Instagram account. Forgive my pronunciation, but it's Bananjo Minjotki Nitko Neveli.
What the fuck does that mean?
Known by many and loved by none.
Wow. That's kind of sad.
Yeah. Describes my life in a nutshell there.
So that's gonna be like the theme of this podcast. It's like sad shit, scary shit. Just like all of the existential crises that a human being could have, we will discuss on this show. As well as, like, I don't know, feelings. Maybe? Who knows? There'll be music too. Speaking of, you're supposed to be releasing music soon, right?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be dropping a single, I know for sure, either late January or early February. That's my goal. But after that, I want to drop maybe one or two more singles, and then I want to drop like a 2 or 3 song EP after that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to an album this year, just because I want to be able to put at least something out, and I feel like an album would just take too much time.
They do take a lot of time.
So I'm not saying I don't want to do an album, but I definitely want to put out, a good 5, 6, maybe even 10 songs out before, I go ahead with an album.
Fuck yeah.
But it's definitely not off the plate, that's for sure.
Wow. That's exciting. I'm excited to say that I am his audio engineer.
Yes.
He makes all his own fucking beats, though, which is great, which means I don't have to do it. I love that I don't have to do it. He's, like, already making really fire beats. I'm like, okay, so my job's easy as fuck. I just record you, then make you sound good.
And the funny part is that I'm using an iPad that I've had since high school in order to make these beats.
That's what we call talent. That's called talent.
It's called being broke as fuck and making shit work.
Yeah, basically. Basically, that's how shit goes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do.
At least it's a start, though, so...
Dude,
you gotta start somewhere.
I started making music on my iPad, too.
Honestly, I think iPads and iPhones especially is what opened the door for a lot of new artists and creators nowadays.
Mm.
I mean, you're carrying a studio around in your pocket.
Basically. And there's, like, all these cool, like, microphones that you can hook up to your phone or your iPad or whatever the fuck, and you don't need, like, all this expensive shit now to still make quality music.
I will say technology has come a long way.
Agreed. But, like, I did start making music on my fucking iPad. And then I graduated to GarageBand on a laptop, and then finally Logic Pro X.
That's where I need to go. I'm hoping I could drop a couple of songs, make a couple bucks.
Can I be honest with you?
What's up?
I feel like you would benefit from Ableton.
Ableton?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's more like a beat maker's like DAW, other than like, what's the other one? FL Studio.
Yeah, FL.
Yeah, but I have Ableton and I've used it, and I was like, oh, I can see why a beat maker or a producer that mostly makes tracks would love Ableton.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know much about Ableton. I know a shit ton about Logic Pro X, so I can teach about Logic Pro X, but
Honestly, I think what I want to do is, since I want to use a broad term, familiar with GarageBand, I kind of want to stick with something similar. And I think what I would want to do is kind of like what you did, was start with the iPad, which I've already done, and I need to upgrade to a MacBook or something like that.
yeah, probably. I would suggest it. Even just getting like a used one or some shit.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, yeah. That's a little risky, but yeah.
It's a little risky. Yeah.
1 second. I'm gonna go check on the dogs because Yodi just
Barked. I heard
yeah.
it. It's all
That
good.
You hear the way he barks? It's like woof. It's
Yeah,
like not even a.
it's not a bark. It's a
Oh
woof.
yeah, it's quite literally a woof. You can talk to the microphone while I'm gone. Just say really embarrassing shit. I don't know. Why are you being loud out here?
So, how we doing, everybody? Kind of new to all of this shit, from sitting on a podcast to sitting in the booth making music, like a somewhat professional setup. I am so excited for what this year is about to unleash. We're about to cause hell.
Smells like Taco King in this bedroom.
Hey, shout out Taco King. I mean, we had some bomb ass food earlier tonight. That shit was so good. That shit was awesome.
Fucking fire.
You had what, 3 carne asada tacos?
Yeah, the
I had the 2
special
beef enchilada
tacos,
specials.
carne asada. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So
I had a little
fucking
carne
good.
on mine too. It was $1.25 extra. Why the fuck not?
Dude, you just gotta live a little sometimes.
Yeah, beef enchiladas with carne. I mean, you can't go wrong there.
Nah, not at all. So, tell me, what's a scary thought that you had recently?
It was actually at work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck. For those of you who don't know, me and I'm so sorry. How do Tama. Me and Tom. Can I just call you T?
Or you can call me Vook.
Vook. Anyways, me and Vook here. We also work together. Shout out Sisitna. I'm not gonna say the full name just in case we end up saying some shit. I don't want people to be like, where do they work?
Yeah, agreed. The last thing we want is people showing up for photos.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally
shit.
what I meant. Like fans, not like people that I've upset with the shit that I say.
What I'm worried about is people are gonna recognize like where we work or something like that, or recognize us,
That's
and they're
why
gonna
I
come in
didn't-
and like be like, "Oh my gosh!"
I mean, we're funny as fuck, so feel like most people would like us,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I would think so.
Anyways, we were talking about scary thoughts. We were letting people know we are also coworkers, but you said it was at work. So.
Yeah, this was more of a scary sight and a thought.
Oh no.
So, how everyone goes home before I do, right?
Yeah,
So, and I'm closing
you're
up
a
shop.
closer.
Yeah, this happened on Friday. So, I'm closing up shop. Leaves early, which is boss man.
Hey, we shouldn't say his name. We should say J or JD or some shit. I'll cut that part out. I'll bleep it.
We'll cut
so then I don't. We shouldn't use people's names.
Basically, what happened is everyone leaves before I do, and our boss leaves early that night, and I'm sitting there at my desk, just checking emails and doing my normal work shit, and I keep hearing like footsteps
Ooh.
upstairs running around and shit. And I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. Because from what I know, I'm the only one supposed to be there. And I go upstairs. We have a Motorola phone, and I put that in my pocket so I don't miss a call. And I go upstairs, and I look everywhere. Nothing. I come back downstairs, and 6 o'clock rolls around, and I'm closing up shop, and I'm starting my car. I'm sitting there, and one of my tasks is closing the blinds. And when I closed the blinds, there was still a partial gap in one of the windows, and I'm looking up on the balcony that overlooks the second floor, and I swear to you, I see something dart across the fucking thing from right to left.
No.
I'm not shitting you.
Oh,
I'm seriously,
God.
I start the car and I'm waiting for the RPMs to come down, and I'm just looking through the gap, and I shit you not, a black shadow thing from right to left darted across the top. And I'm sitting there going, I'm not going back in there. I'm not going back in there. They can have the fucking shot for the weekend. Fuck that shit.
Nah, I wouldn't do that shit. I wouldn't go.
I'm telling you, there's something fucking there. Because isn't the lore behind the building that it used to be a behavioral place?
Well, it was a behavior. Well, yeah, but like my sister went there. Like, it's not like ominous, or I mean, it's a little bit ominous. They didn't have the best reviews.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if there's something that happened there? Bad.
There could have been. I mean, it's an old building. There was.
I mean,
it was existed like.
I mean, the fucking pop filter on the microphone just moved.
Damn, the thing is very very
sensitive.
Like, yeah, it's not the best. All of my shit is like what I could afford at the
It's
time.
not bad. You need to give yourself credit. It's not bad stuff.
I'm doing what I can. You've heard my music. It's
Yes,
not
I
bad,
have.
right? All the same shit.
The fact that I'm sitting here where all of it was recorded is crazy.
Well, some of it was recorded in the apartment that way, but like still same. Some of it was recorded at my mom's house.
Damn.
Because I was going through school, and so I was making music for school. So a lot of it was recorded at my mom's house because I lived with my mom.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm still trying to get up on my feet.
Hey, I'm not doing too bad. Like,
this is not bad, okay? Your pad is fucking sweet.
Thank you. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. It's enough space. Do I wish I had a... You know what I wish? The only thing I really fucking wish for...
What's that?
A yard.
Damn. Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like, I could have the smallest fucking house ever, but if I had a big yard... Perfect.
I agree.
Perfect. Smaller house, easier to fucking clean.
Mm-hmm.
Big ass yard. Like, that's what I want.
The only problem with that is that you have to mow it.
Fuck the HOA. No, that's just gonna be overgrown. There's gonna be like trees and vines. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like a
fucking safari out there.
Like a meadow, but just surrounding my house. I'd have lilac trees, and I'd do cherry trees and like crabapple trees.
There you go.
I'd have a garden. That would be a thing.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have I want to grow my own fucking food. God damn it! I'm tired of going to these motherfucking grocery prices. Let me tell you.
Have you heard about that Wolfie guy too?
The what?
The Wolfie guy that's going around who just got arrested for like spraying pesticides on fucking fruits and shit like that.
Right in your face.
I don't care.
So sorry. I did not hear about that.
So basically a guy on TikTok was going like viral for like pranking people, and one of his pranks was going to a Walmart, and he had a can of bug spray. And he just went on the produce aisle and just fucking sprayed everything in bug spray. And
where was that?
I actually don't know the state. All I know is that
Okay,
he
I was about to
recently
say
was
that
arrested.
wasn't here
No,
though.
I don't think it was here.
Nah, cause I would have heard about
Nah,
that.
it would have been on fucking news. It would have been on the news or something like that. Total fucking recall.
That's crazy. What are your thoughts? Oh my god. Imagine if I tried to start a podcast and then the very first podcast that I make, it gets taken down and my whole shit gets banned. Because what are your thoughts on Luigi Mangione?
Luigi. I
Free my man's for real. Free Luigi.
I can't condone killing someone, but I can understand where he's coming from.
I don't think Luigi did it. I don't think he's the right guy.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think they got the right guy.
You think they got the wrong guy?
I think they have the wrong. I think he was the perfect guy to pin it on. So, kudos to them. Even though, like, I don't know how, like, because it was the McDonald's worker that was like, oh, he looks like the dude. But then, like, the evidence that they found was like weirdly sensational. They also said that they found fingerprints, even though the guy was wearing gloves at the scene. And they said they found he was in the same clothes, even though they said he had ditched the clothes in Central Park. So that's why I think he's not, I don't think he's the one.
There's so much misinformation out there nowadays. It's hard to tell what's real and what's not.
Yeah, no fucking kidding.
All I can say is the situation's fucked up, and I know for sure that, CEOs are fucked up and they better start listening to the people.
Or just like when
it's awesome seeing America come together in situations like this.
That's the crazy thing is like the media was just like, why the fuck is everyone like in love with this guy? Why is everyone like taking his side? And it's because motherfuckers, we want healthcare. Like, we want insurance. We want to have the insurance that we pay for actually cover our shit.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
The healthcare shit, I mean, you can't be fucking around with that shit.
Like, I don't have healthcare. Like, I'm basically fucked. Like, my only other thing is just...
I only got it for, like, what, 3 more years or something like that?
Hey, at least you fucking have it, because I don't.
I know, I need
That's
to go
something
to the
that JD needs to work on. We need motherfucking health insurance. Like, that's what I want. Hey, don't give me another raise for like 3 years, but I want my goddamn health insurance.
I need to get shit checked out, damn it.
Yeah, I got all my teeth issues mostly figured out, and my brain tumor issue mostly figured out. Not really.
Keyword mostly.
Yeah, it's mostly.
It needs to be figured out.
There's like upkeep involved that I'm not paying attention to. Fuck.
It's getting smoky in here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Imagine if it was actually smoky. Because we're just hitting the blinker right now.
Hitting blinkers and Nick sticks. It is what it is.
It is what it is. So you saw that fucking Tesla truck that exploded out front of the fucking building?
I feel like that was a fucking attack.
It was. Did you read about the dude who did it?
I only saw that a Cybertruck blew up. That's all I know.
The guy who did it was a vet. Very, like, well distinguished vet. I don't know what words to use, but like basically
he's done some shit.
He was decorated, I guess is the right word to say.
He had medals.
And all of his fucking friends and family were like, he was a great dude, but he left sort of like, he had like notes in his phone or some shit, and he basically was talking about how like America needed to wake up and like shit like that. He didn't get specific about it, but like I understand his general like. The only thing that I don't understand is why, because he was a Trump supporter. So as a Trump supporter, why did he blow himself up in a Cybertruck in front of Trump's building? Like, and that's the part that doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, isn't that crazy though?
That is very weird, very peculiar.
Yeah, and then there
The
was
timing of everything, I mean...
And it was the same timing as, like, the dude that started driving over people in New Orleans. Or New Orleans. God, people are gonna get mad at me for my pronunciation.
New Orleans?
Yeah. But, like, just, there's crazy shit going on in the world right now.
No, it's weird. It's like, whatever shitstorm was brewing, like, in the, like, October, November has all, like, flushed into December. It's just crazy on what all happened in the month of December.
Yeah, pretty
December was a
shit.
fucked up month for me.
Really?
Very fucked up.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what we say, right? But on the inside, we're like, like fucking screaming.
Yeah, basically. The best way I can describe it is a starving lion with stakes all around his cage being poked and prodded at.
The thing that I'm grateful for, though, is, like, I've seen a lot of what's happening in Syria, Palestine, Congo, Sudan. And I'm like, I'm pretty damn lucky that I get to just sit in my apartment and drive myself to work and buy my groceries, and I'm not, like, starving or
Worried about
lack
getting
of water or, like, shit like that. And, like, that's just crazy to me that on a different part of the planet, people are getting suffering like that.
It is weird. It's very sad.
It's fucking crazy.
The consequences of a fallen world.
A lot. For those of you tuning in, Vuk, state your religious beliefs so people know. Because me and you, we have entirely opposite religious views.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a Christian for, like, the first 20 years of my life, so I also relate in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I'm a follower of Christ. I have a lot of fucked up shit with my life, and I can't explain it. I mean, if you accept him like I have, you will experience things like you'll never, like you can't explain it. I've been blessed in ways that I can't explain.
Divine intervention.
I mean, it's just crazy. I can't imagine living my life without him. I mean, he's the one that's basically given me purpose.
Shout out Jesus, for real. See, that's the thing, is, like, I'm no longer a Christian in, like, the organized Christianity type of way.
See, can I pitch in? I don't want to interrupt, but can I pitch in there?
Yeah.
I don't agree with all that organized stuff.
Most people shouldn't.
I mean, I can understand, going to a place of worship and, hearing what the preacher man has to say and hearing a good message and then being done. But there are some pretty extreme things that I've seen in some of the quote unquote Christianity.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I don't believe in all of that stuff. I mean, everyone's relationship and path with Christ is different. So I know for sure if you worship him and you read the text and you have your heart open and you're listening, then I believe you're doing everything right.
Thank you for sharing. So my views are a little bit different in life. I do definitely believe that Jesus was a real person. There's a lot of people that are all like, oh, but, like, was he real? Like, there's historical evidence that he was a real person, and we all know he caused waves. But, so, like, I personally am, like, if you were to ask me my political beliefs, like, most people would be like, oh, are you a Republican or a Democrat? And I'm like, I'm neither. They're like, oh, so you're, like, independent? Or I'm like, no, I am technically a socialist, which communists fall under that. A lot of different things fall under that, but I'm an anarchist. Like, if you want to get down to the bare bones, I'm an anarchist. And a lot of anarchy, there's like a good group of Christian anarchists, and they are some of my favorite fucking people on this planet, because like they actually like listened and paid attention to what Jesus was talking about, and like he was very anti authority other than like God. And but he was against institutions. He hung out with fucking prostitutes and tax collectors, like the scum of the earth, and he's like, nah, these are my homies for real. And so like I still have a very, very good like relationship is not the right word, but like a love for Christ in that way, which is like something that's carried over. Yahweh, on the other hand, I have issues with. I have qualms with that motherfucker. I've got issues with him. Jesus, on the other hand, that's my homie. But yeah, no, I stopped because like I was heavy in the church. Like I was in the church choir for a bit. I went to Sunday school. We didn't do like the youth group thing. It was more just like the guy who would teach us Sunday school would like take us to go get coffee or donuts, or just like take the kids out to like do something and like bond and shit. So I did that. I was in the Christmas plays a bunch of times. I spent a lot of time like falling. I feel like this is canon in every like young Christian, the extreme and more extreme ones, but this is like a thing that happens where you fall down the rabbit hole of like, oh my god, the end times are here, we're all gonna die. Like, and that shit happened to me when I was really young, and that shit fucked me up. And then I kept living, and now I'm just like, when is the end times come? Like, I'm ready. I'm so tired of this shit.
Well, the end times, I believe we are in the end times, but I can't remember how exactly the preacher said it, but, and I don't want to get this wrong, but the end times are supposed to last a long time.
That is true.
So even though we're in the end times,
it's probably like the beginning, or maybe we're in the middle. We don't know.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
So
we'll never
I mean,
know.
the end times are going to be around for a long time, and we may not even see what happens in our lifetimes.
I think. See, that's another thing that kind of. I feel like a lot of Christians have this very weird view of what the afterlife or what the new earth is gonna be like. Like, it sounds very strange, because like when I would talk to my dad about it, he's like, oh yeah, like we're all gonna be in perfect, like no sin, and we're just gonna worship him day and night all the time. And I'm like, that doesn't really sound like heaven. That sounds like a weird fever dream. Like, I don't believe that that's what it's gonna be like. And I don't know why so many Christians believe that.
I believe there will be times where I would want to worship and everything like that, but
yeah, but like all the time, forever.
I don't think heaven is gonna be all just all worship and all of that stuff.
No, I don't think so either.
But I do agree that whenever we leave our bodies and we make it into heaven, that it will be such a place of purity that there will be no place to sin or for sin. So like lust and everything like that, it's going to be gone. All of the temptations of alcohol and weed and all that stuff, it's all going to be gone. There's not going to be a need for it.
Doesn't that sound kind of boring?
Not really.
Really?
Mm-mm. I think it sounds peaceful. I would love to not have to worry about the next time I'm going to hit a vape or a thing of weed.
I don't have to worry about those things at all.
But whenever I leave my body and I get a new one, I know I won't have to worry about any of that, and there wouldn't be a place for it.
Interesting. So then what would life be like, do you think?
Peaceful.
Yeah, but what does that mean? What does that look like? Well, we're gonna be cognizant of it. We're gonna have senses. Like,
We live like we do here, except instead of having to work, instead of having to do anything, we can be free. If
just
you
be
want to, if you want to go
happy
on a
it
20-mile
exists.
hike, you can go on a 20-mile hike.
See, that sounds lit.
If you want to go for a swim in a lake or an ocean, you can.
How do you feel about the fact that there would be like no like husbands and wives wouldn't exist anymore. Children wouldn't be the children, parents wouldn't be parents, aunts wouldn't be aunts. Like apparently from what I've learned is that no relationships exist at all.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I
Yeah,
believe
I don't
I
either.
believe that if like, well, if God has a certain person for each other, like, from, I'm gonna say it in my perspective, like God has a wife for me,
Mm-hmm.
and she's on earth, and I'm gonna find her, and I'm gonna get married and do all of this stuff, and he placed her on earth for me. Wouldn't you think that he would want us to be together in heaven as well, because he put us on earth to be together?
Yeah, you would think that, but the whole thing is that
What I
sin is all like relationships are also like the perfect person wouldn't be in relationship with anyone in any way. That's just like the viewpoint that I was raised to have. Cause like that was always a question. I was like, okay, so like, do families exist in heaven? My dad's like, nah.
I
And I'm like,
I
what?
believe there's gonna be like families and stuff like that. But again, I'm not God and
Do
I'm
you
not Jesus.
believe your dogs would be in heaven?
I think so.
I fucking hope so, because if they're not, I don't know if I'd be able to handle it.
No, I believe if I believe pets would be in heaven.
I think
I
cause they
don't think
have
he'd
to
do
be,
that.
because like, don't you feel like spiritually connected to your pets?
Honestly, I
Like their
do.
family?
I feel like a part of me left whenever my first dog passed.
See, I haven't even experienced
I
my
did, and
first
then
dog
the
passing.
worst part about all of it is I never got to say goodbye.
Yeah, that sucks. I didn't
She
get to say
died
goodbye to
2 weeks before I
Sniper.
came back up here from college.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. That tore me up. It tore our whole family up.
I bet.
I mean,
That's fucking
I
horrible.
think after the final two dogs that we have go, I don't think my mom is gonna want to have any more dogs, because it honestly hurts, especially the ones that we've been blessed with. I think Pepper, which is a Maltese poodle mix that I have at home, I believe God sent her directly to our family. I mean,
Dude,
she
it
is just the
feels
most
like that.
loving, caring, compassionate dog. I mean, when she was a puppy, I mean, she was held upside down, all this crazy shit. She was pushed around in a toy baby stroller by my sister. I mean, my sister was maybe 4 or 5 years old when we got this dog.
Damn.
And she's 17, almost 18 now.
Damn.
So she's been on our family for a long time, and that dog has been through it all with us. It's gonna hurt me real bad when she goes. I'm gonna say that. It's gonna hurt me real bad. I'm not excited for it.
No, not
That's
at all.
that's the one part about owning a pet that no one talks about, is saying goodbye.
And I have fucking 4 of them.
I know it's gonna. But the question is do you let your love for them stop you from loving another?
I don't think I think if I wasn't too old, I'd probably get another. I mean, but the thing is, I've got 4 of them, so
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't even want to. I don't know why I even. This is such a horrible thing to talk about.
Welcome to Scary Thoughts.
Oh my god, it's like the perfect first episode. Other than the fact that we gotta figure out sound, because I need to get a new XLR cable so I can plug my other nicer mic in. Because right now we're on a Tula mic. Plug Tula. Tula's not giving me any money for this shit, but I use their microphone. A lot of the songs that I'm supposed to be releasing, I actually recorded with my iPad and this mic.
That's crazy.
And I was going to take the project out of my iPad onto my Mac into Logic and use all my plugins. Like, I've got 2 songs I'm supposed to do that with to, like, release. One of them is called...
I wouldn't mind being a feature if you need one.
I don't need a feature on these ones, and they're also, like, not the type of music that's on my... Like, that's on streaming platforms right now.
Oh, so this is gonna be different.
It's more like stripped down guitar, electric guitar. I got a drummer. Like, I need to put the drum track in, because the Faunus, that's his handle on fucking that woof again. He's because he sees someone outside.
I would hate to be on the receiving end of those,
God,
Steve.
it would suck.
That's why I'm glad that whenever he came in here, he was chill.
Yeah, well, it's because I locked him away for a bit, so he knows that means he has to be on good behavior. Oh, fuck, what was I talking about? I was talking about Tula Mike. But anyways, I got music I'm supposed to be
That's what you were talking
on.
about, was the music.
It's like more bandy type rather than produced, like,
okay, yeah,
the way that I make pop
so it's like
music and shit like that.
So it's more of an acoustic vibe.
Sort of, yeah.
But like you said,
there's electric guitar, bass, and drums.
So yeah, more of a band type situation.
Yeah, because that's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to start a band.
A band.
But getting a whole band together is fucking so hard to do.
I can't imagine. I mean, I tried starting a fucking rap group, and that
I did that.
For some reason, when I tried to do it, it didn't work out. And as disappointing as it sounds, I'm still looking for one more rapper to join the actual group that I want to make.
Yeah.
That, or I make the group my brand for merch or whatever.
You could. It's entirely up to you, because you technically own both things.
And
so.
I don't even know if I want to say.
You probably
say the name.
don't.
Should I say the name?
For what?
Of the group that I made just turned into my brand.
Yeah.
For
why
like
not?
merch, it's gonna be called MOS, and MOS is, I know it's a military term, which shout out to military. It's gonna stand for Misfits of Society.
Yeah, I like that. That's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to run back really quick. I have issues with the military. Now we can move forward.
I have a lot of friends and stuff like that in the military.
So do I.
Some family too. So
do I.
I pray if they ever get deployed that they get home safe and that everybody's okay. I mean, that's my biggest thing. I worry about my friends and my family whenever they get deployed, bro. It is so stressful.
That is really stressful.
I've had 2 friends and an uncle get deployed, and it's just something you always think about.
Where to?
I know my uncle to Afghanistan, Iraq. I think he went to one more, but I can't remember. One of my friends went to Germany. He went there for a little while. It was really cool. He showed me pictures and shit. Didn't get involved in anything. And then my other buddy, I think he went to Kuwait.
Wow.
So
damn. Damn.
I have had friends and family all over the fucking world. So, and I pray they keep coming home safe. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, I know one dude who's in, like, Korea right now, but he's, like...
What, is he stationed there right now?
Yeah.
I know I'd want to get stationed in, like, Japan or something like that.
That'd be
so
dope
fucking
as
cool.
Fuck. This is some of my lore. When I was finishing up graduating high school, my plan was to join the Air National Guard.
Oh, shit.
And that was my plan.
Oh, shit.
And I didn't go through with it, because I got a fairly stable job. Well, yeah, I worked there for 6 years, so it was very stable. But originally, that was, like, I started, like, practicing for the ASVAB and, like, studying and shit, and I was, like, working on, like, my push-ups and shit. But yeah, but my mom was, like, so against it. She was all like, "You're a girl. You can't be in the military." I was like, "Mom, this is America." I was like,
and it's the
I
21st
can't
century.
And now I'm just like, if I ever got drafted, fuck. Like, I don't want to get, like, now I'm, like, looking back and I'm like, what was wrong with me? Why
Well,
did
I
I
got a
want to be in the
fucking
military?
day pass to the fucking base that's up here, and I'm scared that now that they have my name and my photo and shit like that, that I'm gonna be one of the first to be fucking drafted now.
Dude, if you get drafted, that would be rough.
Yeah, the color retarded uniballer. Let's fucking go. Send me in the
Dude,
field.
you should use that as a disability. Be like, nah, I can't, bro. I'm colorblind.
No, they're gonna say, well, that should mean you can see better at night. So.
Oh dear God.
And that's when all the shit happens.
I think I have too many hand tattoos for them to draft me.
Is that the secret?
You can't have exposed tattoos.
Well, good. Then I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put a bunch of shit on my hands.
Yeah, like, I've got so many hand tattoos and face tats, like, I don't think they'd want me. And I also don't like the government, so I feel like that's a big reason why they shouldn't choose me. Because I think their whole thing was they were going to try to get women drafted too, and like age cutoff was 26, and I was like, fuck, I'm 26. God damn it.
Dude, I'm in the prime.
I'm
I'm in their prime.
Yeah,
I'm cooked.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, I played hockey for what, 15 years, and they're not going to take accountability for any of that.
You have like back problems. I feel like
I have hip, knee, and back problems.
I feel like you can use that and the colorblindness is like a real like, hey, no man, I can't do this. Like, I got these like physical, unless they give you a dumb job. Like, unless you go into the military for one of the dumbest jobs ever.
I wouldn't mind being an officer that just goes around door to door making sure everybody's at PT all the time.
I mean, people do love doing that.
I wouldn't love it, but if I had to do it for, a year or two, I wouldn't fucking mind doing it.
Yeah, but don't you like working where you work now?
I do.
Yeah. How do you see yourself being there, like, do you see yourself being there, like, long term?
Where we work?
Yeah.
It depends if the benefits and the money is right.
That's the only right answer.
I mean, that's really all it boils down to. I mean, I want to be able to afford an apartment, afford my Camaro, which I know I'm going to get.
Yes, priorities.
Yes, an apartment and a Camaro. What more can a guy need?
Yeah.
I mean, I got my nicotine, I got my weed. All I need is my Camaro and apartment, and then I'm fucking chilling.
And then we ball.
And yeah, we're chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my apartment and my Jeep. My Franken Jeep.
Your freaking Jeep.
It's it's a beautiful car that gets me where I need to go. It's
my 05 Explorer is a perfect fucking beater for the winter.
Mm.
That's how I would do it.
Studs. I'm jealous. I don't got no studs. I'm out here just like raw dogging the road.
I will say that road that you turn right on to get here is fucking sketchy. Dude, I slid like halfway into the thing until it got dry, and then I just go.
Yeah, no, these roads are icy.
Yeah, they're really fucking icy. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that.
What?
Why it's so fucking icy?
Because it kept fucking melting. And then freezing up again. And then melting. And then, like, so we got layers of ice on top of ice and ice. Like, that's why. If it had stayed a consistent, like...
It needs to stay 40 degrees and stay 40 degrees night and day for 5 days.
We don't want all of it to melt.
I want all of that shit to melt.
No, we want a layer of, like, compacted sticky snow on the top. And that would be enough.
But that's the problem.
It's not going to get that warm again until spring. Like, we are in the cold times now. Like, it's January. If that happens again, that's how you know fucking global warming and climate change is real. Because that should not fucking happen in January.
Well, I know we're supposed to have a heat wave that gets up to like 35, and we're supposed to get like snow on there.
I mean, 35 that's still okay. I feel like that's
and then it's
still
supposed
okay,
to
'cause
stay
Anchorage.
yeah, it's supposed to stay relatively like that for the next 2-3 days, and then it's
Look
supposed
at
to drop
us,
again.
Alaskans talking about snow and ice and winter
Well,
time
actually,
driving.
a lot of people in the States are talking about snow too, because it's supposed to
Yeah.
be getting a lot of it down in the States. So, y'all know the fucking struggle. Get used to it.
Yeah,
Learn how to fucking drive.
dude, this shit's rough though. Shit's rough.
Dude, it
I
was
don't even
so
like
funny seeing the
driving.
whole state of Texas shut down because of a fucking paper thin layer of ice on the fucking asphalt.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
Well,
dude, they closed everything. They didn't want me going to work. They didn't want me doing shit.
Well, I bet a lot of people don't have like tires and drivetrains that are made for
I mean, they
like
have
ice and
two-wheel
shit.
and everything like that, but it's all rear-wheel, and everyone has the fucking big-ass diesel Duramaxes and all that shit. So you would think all of them fucking just sit there and they'd be
actually
fine.
hilarious. Now I'm thinking about it, like
Not to
trucks and
mention
shit.
how long the fucking traffic stops are, like at the stoplights and shit.
Are they bad?
Yes.
Damn.
I swear to you, a good mile stretch on both sides of the fucking traffic light would be dry as fuck. Just because of how many people fucking stop there. And you know, the layer of ice is paper fucking thin. So it wouldn't take all but a good 5 minutes of sitting there for everything to fucking melt, and it would be fine.
That's
but
hilarious.
No, the whole state of Texas shut down because of a thin-ass layer of ice.
I mean, I guess it's good that we live in Alaska and we're learning how to drive in these kind of conditions, because, like...
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. It was fun being the only one on the road, and I actually had a cop that was like, you shouldn't be driving, and I was like, I'm from Alaska.
Yeah, like, excuse me, sir, this is like a normal Tuesday.
This isn't even a normal Tuesday. This is light work. This is a fucking...
This is like springtime. This is like April weather, my guy.
Yeah, this is April weather. It's all... I mean, this ain't nothing. I will say it was cold as fuck. But yeah, no, yeah. The whole fucking state shutting down, no going to work, no... I couldn't do my schoolwork or anything like that. Damn. I mean, they shut down whenever there's like snow or ice. They don't know how to fucking drive in it.
That's hilarious.
So my advice to Texans that are getting snow right now, go fucking slow, feather the fucking brakes, and if you're not gonna stop, hit the ditch. Done. Yeah. Make sure your fucking car or truck is full of gas, too. Don't be that one guy stuck on the side of the road, frozen to fucking death.
Oh my god. That shit's crazy.
But, yeah, that's my little rant. It was funny as shit.
That's hilarious. The worst situation I've ever been in on the road is, like, some traffic lights stopped working at an intersection.
Oh, shit,
so we all had to, like, figure it out.
Well,
we were all just
technically,
like,
the rule if that were to happen is it's all unanimous, but these sides go. You treat it like it's a stop sign.
Basically.
That's the rule of thumb.
But there was, like...
a lot of dumbasses on the road, I'm assuming, that are fucking just hauling ass through it or whatever.
2 or 3 lanes going this way, 2 or 3 lanes going that way, and then other lanes coming from the side.
Oh, fuck.
And the lights weren't working. So
I can see that being an issue.
I went back to where I was, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait a little bit for the traffic to clear up, and then when there's less people, it'll be easier to be like, okay, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah,
so, like,
exactly.
That's basically what I did, because I was like, fuck this.
It's better to be safe than sorry in those situations.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't even like driving. I'm not gonna make it harder for myself.
The worst fucking experience I had driving up here was like, I think 2019, 2020, somewhere in that ballpark, where we got just fucking dumped. And there was one day after hockey, it was like 4 o'clock or something like that, and it was just pouring snow.
Damn.
And the roads were not taken care of. And I would say there was a good 9 or 10 inches of snow on the fucking road.
Damn.
And no one knows where the fucking what are they? Lanes are. And
yeah, that's so normal.
It's a fucking 2-lane road. Explain why there were 3 lanes of cars. Make that fucking make sense.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I sat there and I spun because I couldn't fucking get any traction for like a good 30 seconds. And when it finally gripped, I was in my 91 Jeep. It's a 5-speed manual. Yeah. I was in like 2nd or 3rd gear just fucking booking it. And when it grabbed, it fucking bolted on me. Almost ended up hitting the fucking street light post on the sidewalk. But by the skin of my teeth, I just like missed it all. Missed the sidewalk and stayed on the road and stayed in the lane.
Man, that's insane.
Yeah, no. Safe to say, whenever I got home, I was pretty shaken.
I can imagine, dude.
I mean, that was my only source of transportation, and it was a $20 Jeep that I didn't know was a rust bucket. No. When I say it was a rust bucket, I sold the fucking Jeep not too long ago for like $40. I bought it for $20. I've doubled my money.
Fuck.
And whenever the new owners got to looking under it, they were like, we don't even know if we want to put parts on this because of how rusted the frame is.
Fuck.
So the fact I could hit a speed bump or a bump in the road and have my car split in half.
That's insane.
Yeah. And the fact I was willing to like drive that now, that was my intention of coming back up here, was whenever I graduated and moved back up here, the Jeep was going to be my source of transportation.
Dude, there's just like this connection that you have with your car, especially if you've like done work on it or something.
The Jeep was my first car. Dude. It was a manual, so I instantly fell in love with it. It still breaks my heart to hear that it was a rust bucket and it may not even be salvageable, but
you know,
if the owners that I sold it to keep it and, you know, make the frame workable and, you know, they keep it around for a little bit and I got some extra money or whatnot, I would probably get rid of the Explorer and just get the Jeep back, because that engine in the Jeep was brand spanking new. All the internals, all the spark plugs, everything from the block itself was completely rebuilt.
Wow.
And I only put like 2,000 miles on it.
Fuck.
So it was fucking ready to go. Minus the fucking frame.
Yeah. Fucking cars, dude.
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have better public transportation in this goddamn country.
Agreed.
It would be nice if we didn't have to fucking, like, own vehicles, you know?
Like, I feel like this is going to be this is going to sound weird, but I feel like if there are people out there who can't afford transportation or anything like that, they should be able to go to, like, the courthouse or something like that, and they should be issued something like an electric scooter that can go 30 miles an hour.
An electric scooter?
They give you a charger and everything like that, and 30 miles an hour is fast, but it's not like too fast.
30 miles an hour is pretty goddamn fast on a scooter.
On a scooter, yes, but like, you know,
Also,
like how
like,
you know, like how we have bike lanes
like,
in the roads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They should be able to use that, or if they're not comfortable doing that, they can go on the fucking sidewalk. They can go and get anywhere, and there are scooters nowadays that have...
Sometimes the conditions in the winter would not be suitable for that, though. And the winter is such a huge part of our year. Like, we
then
deal
maybe
with
instead
so
of
much
that,
winter.
maybe get into, as bad as it sounds, maybe bikes. Invest in like fat tire bikes.
That's fucking hilarious. I was thinking just like maybe we should have more trains, the way that every other country in the world has really good train rail systems, and
like a subway
you can get
system?
from one country to the next, and like China's got a really good fucking train system. Why don't we?
The only problem with that is that it's just how small Anchorage is. Like,
nah, bro, you gotta expand that shit. Like
if
over.
Anchorage was the size of fucking Seattle, I could see that working out.
Well, it doesn't even exist
the floor
within
plan
the
of
United
Alaska,
States.
of Anchorage in itself is like downtown, residential, and then hillside.
Underground Railroad, I'm telling you. There'd be so much crime. There'd be so much crime.
But you would have to have so much fucking infrastructure.
We already do. But see, my whole thing is that it doesn't even exist in the lower 48. Like, the lower 48 is big enough where it could have an extensive train system and you could connect, like, one side of the country to the other. The way that, like, a lot of other countries have, like, structured their shit.
Mm-hmm. We just don't.
We could have that even in the lower 48, but, like, economic bullshit, blah, blah. Fucking capitalism, this, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's the airliners. That's my guess. It's the airliners that are getting pissed off about that idea.
The what?
The airlines.
The airline. I thought you were saying airliners. I
was
like, what?
Boeing, fucking
yeah,
American, Southwest, all that fucking shit. They're gonna lose out on so much fucking.
You're so right.
They would lose out on everything because those are only our airlines. Southwest doesn't go to Jamaica.
That's insane.
American doesn't either. So, I feel like that's why we haven't done something like trains. And besides, they think trains take too long. I mean, Japan, like, you have to see how small Japan is as compared to the...
Yeah, but China's fucking huge, dude.
I know China's huge, yeah.
And they've got some really good... And, like, Europe's not very big either, but Europe is pretty well connected.
Yeah.
And that's what we need in this country.
I definitely think the subway system in New York City needs to fucking facelift in half.
Dude.
I mean,
I was watching some videos
to see like all these other countries who have subway systems and they like look 4 or 5 times like better than ours, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah. I thought we were the pinnacle of everything.
We're not. What That's the funny thing. Welcome to America.
New York City's fucking governor, mayor, whoever the fuck is dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Stop putting money in your pockets and put it on. Start giving it back to the community and the people.
He's too busy trying to get Luigi locked up.
Yeah. He should be the least of your worries.
Free my man Luigi for real. Fucking free Luigi.
That guy should be the least of your worries.
Yeah, but he challenges
I'm not trying to
class.
Jinx anything, or I'm not trying to say anything bad, but if it happens once, it may happen again.
Dude, it's totally gonna happen. Bro, someone just blew themselves up in a Cybertruck outside of the Trump fucking building. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I feel like we're going to live to see some pretty crazy shit in our lifetime.
Agreed.
I'm not excited about it.
The lore America and just as a society we're going to have in these next, 10, 20 years is just going to be crazy.
Dude.
I don't even know what the fuck to expect next year.
I just don't expect anything. Just don't even bother.
All I know is that 2025 is the year of Vuk and we're going to fucking drop some shit. And people are going to know who the fuck I am.
I'm excited for you.
I hope to have a nice following of misfits behind me by the time 2025 is all over.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're going to work on it. Like, I'm going to help you with some, like, photos. And I'm helping you with not really you're producing all the beats, which is great because I don't have to fucking do it. But, like, I've got, a degree in music production up my belt, and I have kind of, like, self-managed myself as an artist. I haven't done anything crazy, but that's just because I don't want to. I mean, I wish I had a manager so that I didn't have to do this shit.
Yeah. But you also have to have money for a manager.
I've still played 2 shows. Like, one at Vans, one at Willowa. Like,
you went to Willowa and performed. I mean...
I drew a little bit of a crowd.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was kind of nice.
I want to see your following and my following grow. That'd be awesome.
Dude, I'm just saying, it's gonna be a good year.
I believe so too.
Anyways, I think that is a good first episode of Scary Thoughts. I don't know who's gonna be listening to this in the future, but whoever is listening to this right now, thank you. Applause. Thank you to you.
Thank you.
We would be nothing without you. Thank you for listening to us ramble. Anyways, happy 2025.
Happy 2025.